am surrounded by boxes still. This update's going to be a little rushed because we just did 2 auditions and we've got more that we need to do for Renee later this weekend. And I am busy cutting things and scheduling things. So let's get right into it. First things first, we have submitted to another festival with Under 5. This is the Low Budge, No Budge Shorts Festival in Portland, Maine. So we'll see how that goes. We'll find out if we got that on March 1st. Second of all, we find out on Valentine's Day if we got into Portland Panorama. I am on the edge of my seat waiting. I may seem calm right now, but I am not calm. I also might not seem that calm. Rainbow Bridge is progressing through the boring parts that are not great for television. Right now we are budgeting and we are in pre-production. Because of the way we have to structure this project, given that we don't know how much money we're going to have, I'm kind of assuming that you are the only folks that are going to be providing financing for that. And every cent is valuable, every single cent. So thank you so much for what you're providing. And that is what I'm assuming going forward, unless financing just floods in, which is also possible. It turns out this has been a pretty popular story when we've pitched it, and somebody might decide to give us money for it because sometimes that's just how things work. So we will see how that goes. But for the meantime, just know that Rainbow Bridge for the next couple months is essentially in pre-production. That means that we're scouting out locations. We're making adjustments to the script to localize it for Portland. We are getting initial ideas about casting, but casting is always the last thing. So all the exciting stuff is going to happen right before we start to shoot, and that's when these videos are going to be awesome. We're going to cancel the Pom Pom Massacre script and storyboards book. Talked to the writer Zeke over the weekend, and he pointed out that there's a reason we abandoned that project. And even though Gary Yap's work on the storyboard is pretty phenomenal, it's not worth dredging up something that we'd rather not have out in the world. So we're not going to do it. However, it is a good idea. The book itself is a good idea. So I think that's going to be a future item that we're going to offer. But we'll see how that goes. Just keep that in mind and keep an eye out for it. In the world of theater, I am working with Quick Jones, and we've just assembled a list of theaters that we're going to be approaching here in Portland for his play, Cole is King, which we did successfully as a reading with Theater 33 as part of their new plays project. There's still a little bit of work left to do on that, and of course you will be the first ones who are notified as we keep going, but I'm really excited because Cole is King is a great play, and I was really excited to be a part of it, and it's very timely for what the US is going through right now. And so I really am looking forward to finding a theatrical partner that is going to team up with us to put this show up. It'll be good. It'll be good. Nice little bonus. For everyone here in this update, there's a link below to Renee's parody of A Part of Your World called A Part of the Fall, which is something that we shot before we left California in October when it was over 100 degrees. I think for the next few weeks, because Rainbow Bridge is going to be requiring a lot of boring work that doesn't do well for video updates, and we don't know what's going on with Under 5 and its festival prospects, and we won't know Until this weekend. I'm gonna drop in some of the other shorts that are not exclusive. They are available, but just to kind of show you what we've been able to do over the years with little to no budget, and kind of just show off that we can do stuff, and we're excited to do more stuff. I was just talking with Nate Richard about the fact that he really wants to produce something else because Under Five ended up going really well. So depending on what's going on, we're gonna get this. Depending on what's going on, we're gonna get this going. That made no sense, but you get what I'm saying. I hope at least you picked it up in context clues. But that's all for this week. We'll see you next week. Hopefully, I will be much calmer. And if we did get into Portland Panorama, I hope we do, I'm probably going to do a special announcement about that. But we'll worry about that on Saturday. Get out of here.